If you're a professional man at your heaviest weight, feeling exhausted, frustrated, you need to listen up. The reason why you can't lose weight is because you've been told the wrong things. In this video, I'm going to share how you can lift weights the right way so you can lose the weight for good and burn belly fat and become the most healthiest and confident version of yourself. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also turn on the bell to get notified whenever I'm making a new video about weight loss advice every single week. I use these strategies to lose 60 pounds in 8 months, kept it off for 13 years, and I helped dozens of men just like you lose up to 60 pounds and finally escape the yo-yo dieting cycle. And if you're tired of constantly losing and gaining the same weight, I want to help you get to your healthy self without giving up the foods that you love. If you're ready to finally lose the weight for good and become the most healthiest version of yourself, just like you saw with the transformation pictures of me and my clients in the beginning of the video, there's a link in the description and in the comment section to apply for coaching with me, and we'll see if we are fit to work together. When you're lifting weights, you are burning a lot more calories every day, and even though cardio is burning a lot more calories on the spot when you're doing it, there are a lot of benefits when it comes to lifting more heavy weights, and that's going to be a game changer for you. For example, when you are lifting weights, you are not only losing even more fat after you've been working out, there's something that's called thermic effect where you are burning even more fat when you are resting, and that is something that is going to add up every single day. For example, you're burning 140 calories every single day more by lifting heavy weights. And what I mean by lifting heavy weights, you want to start out with focusing on compound movements when you're working out. Let's imagine that you have 4 times you're working out every single week, where you are starting out with compound movements. That could be 2 compound movements where you are focusing on more high intense workouts exercises. For example, you are using a barbell incline Smith machine where you are targeting the upper chest and you are activating the upper part of your chest, but you're also activating other muscle groups such as the triceps. And if you are focusing on these exercise in the beginning, these are also the most demanding exercise. That's why you want to start out with your workouts with that, because you have a lot more energy in the beginning, and by utilizing that energy you are going to break down even more muscle tissues. And you always start out with 10 to 12 reps just to warm up your muscle group, and also have something that's called mind-muscle connection, where you are trying to study the exercise before you're working out and have a mental clear imagination of where you want to target the muscles. So if you are aware of how to positioning your elbows and your arms, and you know that you want to target the upper part of the chest, you want to, for example, arch your back and put up the chest, and then you pick a weight that is appropriate for you to, for example, hit 10 to 12 reps. And by doing that, you are going to get some blood flow out to the muscle. And it takes time and effort to understand how the muscle is contracting, and also make sure that you are hitting the right amount of reps. For example, you want to start out with 10 to 12 reps, and after you've been doing that, you have a watch where you are counting down like 60 seconds, and then you want to add 1 to 2 kilos on top, because you want to increase the amount of volume you are putting yourself under, because the more weights you are adding, the more stress you're putting on the muscle, and the higher chances that you can break down these muscle tissues. And through a proper diet, like 45% of your daily calories coming from protein and 40% of your daily calories coming from carbs, you are also having 8 to 9 hours of sleep, you are rebuilding these muscle tissues. And the next time you're working out, you are able to, for example, build more muscle, and the more muscle mass you're building, the faster you're losing weight and fat especially. So after you've been adding 1 to 2 kilos after the first set, you want to challenge yourself, and this time is 10 to 12 reps, and you want to hit the spot where you are doing 1 to 2 reps before failure. Failure basically means you are not able to do 1 rep anymore, and you have to challenge yourself because you want to put your body and muscle under the environment where it has a lot more growth for muscle mass. And that is something that's very difficult for you to do in the beginning, but you have to press yourself. And you also want to have a notepad where you're tracking down every single set you're doing this exercise with for 3 sets more. The warm-up set is not included, but you want to write down and you're trying to add 1 to 2 kilos every single rep, every single set. After doing the compound movements, you're going over to isolation movements where you are targeting, for example, the chest area again, and that's, for example, from other muscle fibers. So you are using cable flies where you are targeting the whole part of the chest here, where you are doing the same rep ranges and you're constantly focusing on progressive overload and also having a good mind muscle connection, so you are specifically targeting the muscle group. And that's something that is very easy for you to build a lot more muscle on the frame, because in the beginning of compound movements you are targeting some specific muscle fibers, and then you are getting a lot more volume on your chest. And the isolation movements, you are targeting other muscle fibers, because that's just getting a lot more width on the chest area. And then you go over to tricep push downs, where you are targeting the triceps from different kinds of areas. And then you go over to rope push downs, and then you go into tricep bench. So that by doing the same rep ranges and constantly trying to add more weight, you are going to build a lot more muscle and get more toned. If you're a professional man who's been exhausted, frustrated, missing out on career opportunities because you are not feeling confident at work, talking with clients and doing presentations, and you're missing out on career opportunities and feeling so unhealthy, and you want to become the most healthiest version of yourself, just like you saw with transformation pictures of me and my clients, there's a link in the description and also in the comment section where you can apply for coaching with me, and we'll see if you're fit to work with me.